Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to Barrels and Bullets. Today, I got some long-awaited content. I had a lot of people asking about the guns that I own. Why do I own them? So I decided to make a real quick video just to show y'all, a little bit of what I got and some of the reason behind purchasing these particular firearms. Before we get started, I must say this is a delicious cup of coffee right here. This is right here is that Monkey Cult Coffee Cigar Blend. You guys can go check them out. Use code BNB10 to get 10% off your entire order, or use the link in the description. They got flavor infused coffees. They have Peruvian, Sumatran. They got a rum cake that's delectable. You got to be careful with that one. They also have some honeys as well. Go check them guys out. They out of South Florida and they're doing great work. It's a small company for a great cause. So let's get this started. So I'm gonna go in order of, mostly in order of which I purchased them. Some of them were not bought this year, but the majority of them were either bought or built this year. So I'll start with the old reliable. This right here is my Glock 19. Now I'm gonna preface this video and say that all of these weapons were cleared before I started the video. So I don't wanna hit none of that. So, like I was saying, this is my trusted, dusty, old reliable Glock 19. It's my first ever pistol. I bought it for concealed carry while stationed at Fort Bliss. It has a TLR7 Alpha light on it. Standard, not really standard actually. These are Amerigo Bold sights, as this is was bought through the Blue Line program. This is what I use mostly in the winter or in the colder months where I can conceal it a little better. Or if I'm training. This my go-to right here. Next, I got my Taurus G2C. Now this one, yes, I bought it. However, this one is for my wife. So I bought this for her to carry. I got a great deal on it. It was during some holiday and I couldn't pass it up for her. Shoots pretty well. She carries it everywhere she goes. It's not really, the best thing out there, but for the price, it's reliable. That's one of the reasons why I got it. I've had zero issues out of this gun. Could it have some improvements? Of course, but at the end of the day, it does the job. Taurus G2C. Now this next one, I bought this one this year or late last year. This right here is my Taurus TX22. Now some of y'all might ask, why in the world would you get a pistol in 22? Glad you asked. So this one right here is what I started using for when I go to some of the classes with Liberty Firearm Training. I got it because in comparison to, the Glock 19, which is chambered in 9mm, the cost per shot on this is way less. I can get so much training value through this handgun because the fundamentals don't change. I can get so much value through this versus the 9mm from class to class, round per round. It shoots well. With this one, I intended to take it out the box. I didn't lube it. I put a little bit, but I didn't hose it down. I just wanted to take it straight out the box and see how long it's gonna run before it stops. I've probably had about 1,000, 1,500 rounds through it so far. I've had some malfunctions, but that was more so magazine induced when they were newer. But now, this thing just run. You get like 15 rounds in the magazine, and it really don't get no better than this. I purchased this from PSA on the deal. If you don't get the trend here, I tend to buy all my weapons when I can catch them on sale. There's no reason for me to buy them. Most of the time they be marked up anyway, so look for deals. Not everything that says sale is a deal, so you kind of have to monitor what the baseline price is before you go purchase any weapons and think you're getting a deal. But hey, that one was a deal. Now this one right here, this is the last of my handguns. This is my Glock 26. So I bought this one late last year as well. This one is what I use for summer carry. So in the summer here in Georgia, it be toasting 95, 100 at any point of the day. So I use this one because when I dress lighter, it's easier for me to conceal this. Is it the most, effective weapon? Not really. Well, at a close distance it can be, but for the most part, I use this for summer carry when I'm wearing my light clothes. I don't want to, a big heavy gun like the Glock 19 can be in certain situations. I got the Hollow Sun 507K green dot on there. And this is kind of something that I put together for, like I said, for carry, as well as a training tool to start mastering, the red dots, because they're not going nowhere. So might as well learn how to use them. This also has a TLR6. For any of these builds that I show y'all today, if you want a more in-depth review of any of them, just leave it in the comments, and I'll make sure that you guys get all the details on any of the weapons that you see on the table. In the configurations that you see here, not all of them are how they normally are. Some of them are being altered for different purposes, as I'll get to a little bit later in the video, but let's keep it moving. So this one right here, this is moving to the long guns. So this one right here is my Radical Firearms pistol, a 10.5. I purchased this one around the same time as the Glock 19. This was my first ever pistol that I purchased for self-defense, home defense. It's chambered in 5.56, and it also has the OSS suppressor on there. So this is what I used all the way up until about a few months ago as like my bedside go-to, until I got a little bit more knowledge on a little bit more effective options for self-defense that were suitable for my family. But this one right here, again, it runs. It's a blue line edition, so it does have a couple other features that their standard offering doesn't have. However, from all of their products, I've never seen anyone have any crazy issues. It's for a great price. You really can't go wrong with Radical Firearms. They're kind of in the same boat as PSA, Arrow Precision to me. Moving on up. Now, this one right here, my Ruger 1022. This was y'all seen in my latest precision rifle video. I already showed it to you. This is what I use for precision training. Again, the same concept as the TX22, round per round, compared to your 308, even 5.56. Great training tool, light recoil, and it's something I can use to, in the future, maybe even get my wife into shooting. At least shooting rifles, that is. Moving on up. Now this one right here is kind of the big brother to the Ruger that I just showed you. So this one I actually did not purchase. You might be wondering how in the world you get that whole AR-10 and didn't purchase it. Well, as you can see, I was a student at SDI, which is an online gunsmithing school. I went through their certificate program, and this was a capstone project that I chose. It's an Arrow Precision M5 complete Arrow parts. Nothing else that I added besides the optic and the bipod. I haven't shown y'all this in action yet. I've tested some hand loads that I made through it after going through Mark's reloading class. The thing's a tack driver, sub MOA. Really can't ask for more for essentially a capstone that I built for fun. Great gun. As you can see, there's a trend that I like Arrow products for the price. It's kind of hard to beat them. Not to say that they're the best at everything. I know people got their issues with them, but for me, they work. And until they don't, I ain't gonna change it. It's just that simple. So on that same note, this one right here, straight from PSA. So I got this Palmetto State Armory, for those that don't know what PSA is. It has a PSA lower and an Arrow Precision upper. This is one of the newer uppers where they kind of shave down some of the extra railing to save weight. This is the one that y'all seen in the precision video, just kind of running it through to see how it works. First rounds through it, I got about 60 rounds through it total so far. Obviously a long way to go, but it's working so far. This will be a training tool that I use out there with Mark or anybody else in the event that I take a carbine class, specifically scoped carbine class, because it's a different dynamic using scopes or in comparison to, holographics or red dots or even prisms for that matter. Great gun right here. Now this one right here, this is that Kel-Tec KSG 12. Now this one I purchased mainly because it's a bullpup configuration. So compared to a standard shotgun, it's extremely short. And since I have a 12 gauge suppressor, I wanted to have the shortest package, because if I were to get a traditional shotgun, add the suppressor on it, I'm out there with a light pole trying to train. So I got this not only because it was short and I can add the suppressor, as you can see the adapter is on there already, but because I wanted to get a feel and test how KSG products work for me. I know, again, people got their issues with them, but I'm gonna test it out myself, see how far I can push it. And this will essentially be a range toy slash, test gun, essentially. Of course, I got it for a great deal. All right, this is my other shotguns. Now, mind you, since I've been purchasing, my rifles and or building them, I have gotten rid of some and traded them for others. So everything that you see is not everything that I have owned previously. Now this one, same concept as the last. You can see it's the same bullpup design. This one is from Black Aces Tactical. I got it from Palmetto State. Essentially, it looked like a liquidation or closeout type sale. Again, another splendid deal I couldn't pass up. Same concept, except that one, the KSG, is the pump action. This one is semi-auto, so it takes magazines versus putting the rounds into the feed tube. You got this nice little tiger stripe design. When I seen it on the website, it didn't really look like my thing, but I couldn't pass up the price, so I was like, well, we see how it looked. And when I seen it in person, it actually looks pretty decent considering how much I paid for it. So we're gonna run and gun this one too and see what they talking about. And this one is my last one. So this last one was a project that after I finished SDI, I kind of wanted to explore, not the limits, but like my skills of building a working platform, an AR platform specifically, and also to accomplish the goal of exchanging my home defense rifle for something a little bit more effective, which in this case would be 300 Blackout. Since I have suppressors, I have kids. I want the most quiet option in the event that I have to use it, which I pray don't happen. But in the event that I have to use it, I'm not blowing my kids' eardrums out with a 10.5-inch 5.56 AR. That's not what I'm trying to do, or myself for that matter. So I built this one right here. This is my PSA. This is the Arrow Precision upper and lower. This one got so many parts on it from varying manufacturers that I won't name in this video, but this is a 300 Blackout build. Clearly you see it has the cover on there, so it's not functioning yet because I haven't done complete tests. But once the tests are complete for this one, it's gonna be this gonna go with me everywhere. It's an 8-inch barrel, so clearly shorter than the 10.5-inch AR pistol. And this one, hopefully it runs, because like I said, I built this one by myself, no assistance from anybody. So we'll see how she run, and I'll give y'all a review on this one as well. And I know I said that was the last one, but this one technically could be considered another rifle. It's not, but I can use this kit, the CMMG 22LR conversion kit. Like I said, 22 is the best training value you can really get. So with this, I can remove the bolt from any of my 223 chambered ARs, whether it be the 16-inch rifle or the 10.5-inch AR pistol. Insert this bolt and using these magazines, and now I have a full size or full weight, all that good stuff, rifle shooting 22. So I get the full feel of how my rifle, how I can maneuver it in comparison to like the M&P 1522s that aren't necessarily, one, I didn't want to buy another rifle, but I also didn't want to set it up how I got these other ones, or the plans that I have for them. So with that being said, that's gonna be the end of this video. I hope y'all like what y'all seen. Again, if y'all got any questions about anything y'all seen today, drop it in the comments, and I'll make sure that y'all can get the full review on everything, accessories, experiences, anything y'all want to know. Just ask me, and if I know it, I'll give it to y'all. So again, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.